In the last class, I think we have discussed about ODBC, right? Why ODBC came, right? I told you a single database client software cannot be used to communicate or interact with all the database servers because every database follow different protocol. That's why they cannot, right on. Now, Microsoft has seen this problem, and to resolve this problem, Microsoft has given ODBC, which is an API, Open Database Connect. So using ODBC API, we can develop a client program to communicate or interact with all the database servers, correct? I told you APIs are partial, means incomplete. API become complete if someone provides implementation. Implementation means writing the code. Anyone can provide implementation to JDBC, right? So to ODBC API, Microsoft has provided implementation using C++ languages, and that implementation is called ODBC driver, Microsoft ODBC driver, using Microsoft ODBC driver, we can communicate or interact with all the database servers. Are you following or not? And some XYZ company also provided implementation to ODBC API, which is called XYZ ODBC driver. Is this clear? Which is called XYZ ODBC driver. So like this, we have different JDBC, right or not? XYZ ODBC driver, some ABC ODBC, a lot of companies provide it, correct? And our ODBC driver is a software which is developed by Microsoft using C++ language, and it is available in our Windows operating system. I've told you, correct? Now tell me, as a competitor to Microsoft ODBC API, Sun Microsystem has released JDBC API in 1997. After 5 years, they have released. Is this clear? As a competitor, are you following? To Microsoft ODBC API, Sun has released JDBC API. And Sun Microsystem has announced in Java also it is possible to develop a Java program using JDBC API to communicate or interact with all the database servers. Following up. Again, JDBC is an API. API is partial, right or not? API is not complete. So JDBC API is also partial. It is not complete, right? So when JDBC API becomes complete, if someone provided, so all the database vendors, they came forward and provided implementation. All the database vendors came forward and they provided implementation to JDBC API, correct or not? Implementation means writing the code. And database vendors provided implementation to JDBC API using Java language, right or not? The implementation which is provided by database vendor to JDBC API is called JDBC driver. So JDBC driver is a software. So we have Oracle JDBC driver, we have MySQL JDBC driver, we have Sybase JDBC driver, we have DB2 JDBC driver, we have different JDBC driver, right or not? So to communicate or interact with Oracle database server, we have to use Oracle JDBC driver. To communicate with MySQL database, we have to use MySQL JDBC driver. To communicate with Sybase database server, we have to use Sybase JDBC driver. For different databases, we have different JDBC drivers, right or not? So using JDBC API, we write Java program. Java program uses JDBC driver to communicate or interact with database server. This is the architecture we have seen or not? So tell me, if database is changing, what needs to be changed? What needs to be changed? Driver needs to be changed. But Java program, no need to change. Same Java program we can use. Just we have to change the JDBC driver. If database is changing, that's it. But Java program will be same. I hope you got this. So these are the things we have discussed. After that, we have discussed about the differences between JDBC and ODBC. Almost differences we have seen, right or not? If you tell 4 or 5 differences, 4 differences also, it is more than enough in interview. Is this clear? 4 or 5 differences also, at least if you tell, it is more than enough. Is this clear, everyone? I told you ODBC is developed in C++. Is this clear? Okay, next. After this, I told you JDBC is an API and JDBC is a part of JSC, Java Standard Edition. I told 3 Java editions are there. JSC, JEE, JM. Still not yet we have started JEE. Once we start servlet, we will start using JEE. So servlet is a part of JEE. JDBC is a part of JSC. And Sun Microsystem has released servlet API in the form of 2 packages. So microsystem has released JDBC API in the form of two packages. One is javax.servlet, another one is javax.servlet. javax.servlet. X stands for extension or extended. Are you following or not? So tell me, I have told you what a package contains: classes and interfaces. So I've shown you the most important classes and interfaces of java.sql package and javax.sql. So first I have told you interfaces or not. So a lot of interfaces I have told you: driver interface, connection interface, statement, request statement, callable statement, result set metadata, parameter metadata, database metadata. All these are interfaces available in java.sql package. Then we have classes. We have a class called driver manager. We have a class called date. All these classes are available in java.sql. These are the most important classes and interfaces of java.sql package and Java X. Okay, now we have to see the Java X.sql package. There is only one important interface is there called data source. That's it. Other classes, interfaces, and all. Then we have seen architecture of JDBC. I've drawn the architecture, right or not? So we use JDBC API. API means this only API. Classes, interfaces, even methods also. I will tell you which methods. API means set of packages, and whatever packages contains, that is classes, interfaces, methods, variables, constructors, are called as API. Correct or not? So these are API only. Still, I will introduce some methods now. Okay. So we have seen architecture. So using JDBC API, we write Java program, and Java program uses JDBC driver to communicate or interact with database server. Is this clear or not? So this is the architecture. So I told you, if you want to develop a Java program to communicate or interact with the database server, how many things are required? Three things are required. If you want to develop a Java program to communicate or interact with the database server, how many things are required? Three things are required. How many things? Three things are required. So what are those three things? The first one, database server is required. Second, JDBC driver is required. Third, Java program with the JDBC code is required. A Java program with JDBC code. A Java program with JDBC code is called JDBC application. Java program with the JDBC code is also called JDBC. So three things are required. Or I will say JDBC application is required. What do you mean by JDBC application? JDBC application means a Java program with a JDBC code is called JDBC application. Are you following or not? Is this clear? These three things are required. Out of these three things, one thing is already available. Database server. Which database? Let's use Oracle. How to use MySQL, we will see later. I'll tell you. So a few things we have to change to use MySQL database. I think you're already aware of MySQL or not? MySQL. Shanti sir has used which database? Oracle, not MySQL. He has not shown MySQL. Both he has shown now. So you know how to use MySQL database, right? I'll tell you how to use in JDBC MySQL database. Few things we need to change. What things I will tell you. Okay. Then while practicing first program with Oracle, same program, by doing some changes, practice with MySQL. You have MySQL now in your computer. Okay. So shall we start? I'll show you GUI database client how to use later. So let's see. So shall we start? Now we have to start steps to develop JDBC application. You know what I mean by JDBC application, right? So let's see steps to develop JDBC application. So shall we start now? Okay, let's start. So let's see steps to develop JDBC application. So how many steps are there to develop JDBC application? We will try to complete how many steps we can complete today. Okay, we will try. So let's see steps to develop JDBC application. So how many steps are there? There are total 5 steps are there to develop JDBC application. How many steps? There are 5 steps to develop JDBC application. So let's see what are those 5 steps. So step 1, I will explain you each and every step in detail. Don't worry. So step 1, register the JDBC driver. Till now, we know JDBC driver is a software developed by database vendor using Java language. Remember, JDBC driver is a software I told. Like ODBC driver is a software developed by Microsoft using C++. Clear? Okay, listen. So first step 1, register the JDBC driver. What is JDBC driver? How many JDBC drivers are there? How to register JDBC driver? Why we need to register JDBC driver? We will see. Second, step 2. So step 2 is create or establish the connection. Create or establish the connection. With whom, why, we will see. So second step is create or establish the connection. Create the connection or establish the connection. Step 2. Following. I'll tell you what is the role of JDBC driver. Why we need JDBC driver. We know JDBC is an API. API means you know, classes, interfaces, methods, variables, packages, all are API. Short answer is predefined classes and int. We know that. And using that API, we write Java program to communicate or interact with database server. But we need JDBC driver to communicate with database server. Why? We will see. I'm going to explain now. Is this clear? Listen. So create or establish the connection. Step 2. Step 3. Create the statement object. Create the step 3 is create the statement object. So after creating or establishing the connection, we have to create the statement object. What is statement? Why we need statement? How many statements are there? We will see. I will compare statement with real world example. By taking real world example, I will compare. Statement is what in our real world. Connection is what in our real world. I will explain. Next, after create the statement object, step 4. Step 4 is execute the SQL query. Execute means sending the query. A Java program will communicate or interact with database using JDBC API. Communicating or interacting with the database means sending. So from Java program, we will send SQL query to database. That is called execute the SQL query. Execute the SQL query means sending the SQL query. Are you following or not? From Java program to database over the connection. Is this clear? So step 4 is execute the SQL query. Step 5. Step 5 is close the connection. Close the. Sir, is it mandatory? It is not mandatory, but it is strongly recommended. Strongly recommended. Sir, why? Why strongly recommended? Is this clear? Every database will provide some connections. One application is running. In real time, an application will run 24/7, 365 days or not? No. In our system, applications will run 24/7, 365 days. Now, whenever class is there, we will run. If class over, we will close, right or not? But Flipkart, Gmail, all these applications, YouTube are running 24/7, 365 days. Sometimes people will say server down, Facebook is not working, this is not working, YouTube is not working. Are you following? Some disruptions will come, some problem. Are you following? And so so application is running 24/7, 365 days. So it uses database or not? So how many users will use that application? Lot of user, and every user will use that application uses database now. So using the application, a user will store some data in database or retrieve the data from database. For that, connection is required. So every user is creating the connection with the database, right? And not closing. What happens if database connection limit exceed? What happens? Suppose a database is providing 100 connection. All that 100 people have taken 100 connection. No one has closed. One more person, connection limit is exceeded. Now one more person trying to establish the connection. What happens? The application will fail. So once we create the connection, now after using, we should close the connection. Are you following? Once we close the connection, other people can use that connection. Are you following or not? That's why it is strongly recommended. So last step is close the connection. Is this clear? So total 5 steps are there to develop JDBC applications. First, register the JDBC driver. Second, create or establish the connection. Third, create the statement object. Fourth, execute the SQL query. Fifth, close the connection. Close the connection. Is this clear, everyone? Okay. So tell me, how many steps are there to develop JDBC application? 5 steps are there. Step 1, register the JDBC driver. Step 2, create or establish the connection. Step 3, create the statement object. Step 4, execute the SQL query. Step 5, the connection. So total 5 steps are there. You should not forget these steps, okay? Okay, let's try. Now let us start the first step. What is the first step? Register the JDBC driver. Before understanding register the JDBC driver, first what we need to understand? JDBC driver we need to understand. Without knowing JDBC driver, we can register JDBC driver, na? No. So let us start understanding what is JDBC driver. Now, shall we start? Listen, very important. Okay. Listen, shall we? Shall we? See, I will give one example now, real world example. Real world example. Shall we? Okay. So the example is, okay, instead of that, first let me explain this. Then after that, I will give that example. See. Shall we? Listen, we have a Java program. What we have? Java program we have. And we have database server. What we have? Yeah. Database server. You can say database or you can say database server. Both are same. Either you can say database or database server. Don't get confused. Database, database server. Both are same. Database is also called as database server. Right? Like we have Oracle database, MySQL database, Sybase database. Different databases are there or not there? So we have different databases. Okay. Okay, say this. Shall we? Listen. So now we have Java program and we have database server. So we have Java program and we have database server or not? So now my question is, you tell me, database server is a software, database server is not a software. RDBMS software. RDBMS now. I have already discussed RDBMS before the DBMS. RDBMS is a software. Example for RDBMS software, Oracle, MySQL. So database server, any database server. So it is a software, not a software. It's a software. Now tell me, my database server is a software. It is developed by whom? Database vendor. A company who develop database software is called database vendor. So some database vendors develop database software, correct or not? So tell me, so database server is a software developed by database vendor using some language or not? The database vendors have developed database server, which is a software using some language or not? Language means spoken language. Language means some programming language. Yes or no? Using programming language, we don't develop software, right? We don't develop softwares. We develop web pages, right? So using programming languages, we develop softwares. We write programs to develop softwares, correct or not? Everyone. So database server is a software developed by database vendor using some programming languages or not? So tell me using which programming languages, okay, database server is developed by database vendor? Java, right or not? Very good. Very good. So database SQL, I'll give one slap, okay? SQL. Less people are. You told programming language. A programming language. Then you're saying SQL. SQL is a programming language. SQL is a query language, no? Got mad? Huh? Maybe because of summer, you're behaving like this. Heat stroke, right or not? SQL. SQL, na? Java, Python, Snake, Cobra. You release Cobra language. Symbol, this symbol. How you're saying SQL? I don't know. SQL. So database server is a software developed by database vendor using some language. SQL, na? SQL is a programming language. Then why you said SQL? So using some language. Which language? C and C++ languages. Which languages? Array, we have downloaded database or not? We got which file? Zip file. After extracting zip file, what we got in that zip file? .exe file, executable file, na? Huh? So database server is developed in which languages? C and C++ languages. Are you following or not? But in Java, we should not say C++ languages. We should say native languages. We should say. So who are native languages? In Java, C++ languages are called as native languages. Yes, apart from that, software, some applications also. C plus C++, C along with C++, I'm telling. C++ is nothing but C plus oops is C++. In C++, we don't use C, na? We use C plus oops concepts also we use. I'm not saying only C, na? I'm saying only C. C language is used to develop operating system. Right or not? After C, C++ also came or not? So C++ is nothing but C plus oops is C++, correct or not? So using C and C++ languages. I think your doubt is clear. Okay. So database server is developed by database vendors using native languages. Who are native languages? C plus C and C++ are called native languages. Okay. Okay. So now tell me in C++ languages, which are called native languages, to develop software, we write programs or not? Directly software will be developed. We write code, program to develop software or application. Code we write or not? Code means program, right or not? So in to develop database server, native languages are used. So tell me in native languages means C and C++ languages. So using C and C native language, using C++ languages, we write programs or not in order to develop software or application, correct? So tell me in C++ languages to write programs, what we use? Functions. What we use? Yes or no? We use function. We write function. Inside function, we write logic, code. Yes or no? We use functions. We don't use functions. We use functions. Everyone. So to develop database server is a software. It is developed by database vendor using C++ languages, native languages. And in C++ languages, native languages, we use functions. We use functions. We don't use functions. So to develop this database server, some functions are written or not, some functions are developed or not. Those functions are called native functions. C++ functions are called native. C++ are called native languages. The functions which are developed using C++ are called native functions. So database is developed using some native functions. So it contains some native functions or not. Native, these native functions belongs to database. So these are database specific native function. Database native functions these are you following or not? Database native functions, are you following or not? So this database server is developed using native languages, C++ languages. In C++ languages, native languages, we use functions. We use functions, we don't use function. We use functions to develop the software or application, correct? So database, to develop database server, right or not? Some native functions are developed or not? Some native functions are written or developed to develop database software. So those are called database native functions. Are you following or not? So in database server is developed using native languages. So database server contains native functions. A database server is developed in native languages. C++. In native languages, we use functions now. We use functions now. So database server is developed by using some functions, which are called native function, database native function. Okay. In that database native function, code or logic is written to communicate or interact with database server. Are you following or not? Okay. Is this clear? Now tell me, Java program is developed in which language? Java language only. Are you following or not? Database server is developed in which language? C++ means native languages. Java program is developed in Java language. Correct or not? So now tell me, if my Java program wants to communicate or interact with database server from, right or not, my Java program should call database native functions or not? Array, database server is developed in native language. So it contains native functions now. So to communicate with database, we need to use native functions or not? So from my Java program wants to communicate or interact with database servers. So my Java program should call database native functions or not? But my Java program can call database native functions directly, cannot call. Why? My Java program is developed in Java language. My database server is developed in native languages, different languages. That's why we cannot directly call database native functions from Java program. Are you following or not? So if you want to call, right or not? So Java program is developed in Java language. Database server is developed in native languages and it contains native function. To communicate with database server, we need to call database native function from Java program. But is it possible directly? No. So what is required? No, what is required if you want to call database native function from Java program? What is required? What is required? SQL, right or not? What is required? Very useless. From Java program, we need to call database native function. Database native functions are developed in C++ native languages. Java program is developed in Java language, two different language. That's why we cannot call C++ function, native functions from Java program directly. So if you want to call, what we have to do? We have to translate. Translate means convert what? Native function calls or Java calls into database native function calls or not? Directly we cannot call. If it is a C program, we can call directly. Native function. Are you following or not? But it is Java program. From Java program, we want to call database native function. So Java calls should be converted into native function calls. So for that we need a translator or not? So we need a translator, not protocol. We need a translator who can convert Java calls into native function call. Whose native function calls? Database native function calls. Are you following or not? So we need a translator. We don't need a translator. We need a translator who can convert Java calls into database native function calls, right or not? And the translator is nothing but JDBC driver. The translator is nothing but. So tell me, what is JDBC driver? JDBC driver is a translator which converts Java calls into database native function calls. Java calls into database native function calls. So this JDBC driver converts Java calls into database native function calls. Are you following or not? So I hope you understood what is translator. Everyone? Yeah. Following everyone? Understood? Clear or not clear? Everyone. Suppose you found one island. Okay. On that island, you come to know that some diamonds are there. Diamonds are found in that island. But on that island, some you people are staying in that island. Some people are staying in that island. What we call those people? Such people who are not useless, who are not belongs to the society, our society. Huh? Tribes. Huh? Native. Some people are staying on that island and those people don't know our language. They know their own language only. And their way of style, way of living is also different. Are you following? And they don't know the value of those diamonds which are found on that island. But we know, right or not? That's why we left to that island and we reached there, right or not? Tell me. So now we need to contact to those people or not, so that we can carry the diamond where those diamonds are there, so that we can take those diamond along with us, right or not? So how to talk to those people? You know their language, na? They know your language, na? Then what we need? We need a translator who knows both the languages or not. Are you following, everyone? So who will convert one language into another language the same way? So JDBC driver is a translator which converts Java calls into database native function call. To communicate with database, we need to call database native functions. From where? From Java program. But is it not possible? In Java, we call methods. We don't call functions. But in database, we have functions. We need to call from Java program. But it is not possible because both are two different languages. That's why we need a translator who can convert Java calls into database native function calls. And the translator is JDBC driver. I hope you understood this. So JDBC driver is a translator which converts Java calls into database native function calls. Are you following? Apart from this, we can say JDBC driver, okay, is a software component. Software or software component. It's a software or software component which helps the Java program to communicate or interact with database server. Helping or not helping? So it's a software or software component or not? Yes, you can say. So what is JDBC driver? JDBC driver is a translator which converts Java calls into database native function calls. Apart from that, JDBC driver is a software or software component which helps the Java program to communicate or interact with the database. Hope you understood. Very simple. Following or not? So internally, JDBC driver uses JNI. Yesterday I told you, Java Native Interface. It's an API which will help in calling native functions from Java program. An application which is developed in C, C++, and another application is developed in Java, right or not? If they want to communicate with each other, we need the help of JNI, Java Native Interface, which is an API. So internally, JDBC driver uses JNI. Are you following or not? Is this clear? Following what I'm saying now? Okay, so listen. So now let's do one thing. Let us see something called types of JDBC drivers. Types of. So let's try, shall we? So how many types of JDBC drivers are there? See, there are 4 types of JDBC drivers are there. How many? There are 4 types of JDBC drivers. So how many types of JDBC drivers are there? There are 4 types of JDBC drivers are there. So what are those 4 types of JDBC drivers? Their names are very easy to remember. Do you know what are their names? Type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. These are the names. Yes, sir. There are 4 types of JDBC drivers are there. First one, type 1. Second one, type 2. Third one, type 3. Fourth one, very difficult to remember, right or not? Listen, apart from type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, these JDBC drivers are having some other names also. 2 names are there. We have to remember both. Are you following? The name what I have told, if you don't remember, no problem. But the next name which I am going to tell you, you have to remember. Okay. I think you'll remember type 1, type 2, type 2. You'll forget, no? Type 1. So let's see. Shall we? So let's see. So what is the first one? Type 1. So what is the other name for type 1 JDBC driver? JDBC-ODBC bridge driver. What is that? JDBC-ODBC bridge driver. JDBC-ODBC bridge driver. The type 1 JDBC driver other name is JDBC-ODBC bridge driver. You don't believe, no one will use type 1, type 2, type 3. Everyone will use type 4 only. All software companies will use type 4 only. No one will use type 1, type 2, type 3. It is we are wasting our time in learning type 1, type 2, type 3. Directly we should start using type 4. But I'm not going to use type 1, type 2, type 3. I will use type 4 only. But let's see what are those 4 types of JDBC driver and what are their other names. And what are the problems with other JDBC driver? Why people don't use other JDBC driver? Why people use only type 4? Is this clear? So listen, shall we? So type 1 is a JDBC driver, correct or not? The other name for type 1 is JDBC-ODBC bridge driver. It's like a bridge, JDBC-ODBC bridge. It uses maybe both JDBC and ODBC both. Okay, so JDBC-ODBC bridge driver. Second, type 2. Type 2 JDBC driver, other name is native API driver. Native API. Native means native. Whenever if we hear native in Java means immediately we need to understand C, C++. Whenever native, if you hear native, you need to immediately understand C, C++. So type 2 JDBC driver, other name is native API driver. Next, we have type 3 JDBC driver. So what is the other name for type 3 JDBC driver? The other name for type 3 JDBC driver is network protocol driver. Network driver. So what is the other name for type 3 JDBC driver? Network protocol driver. Network protocol driver. Now, finally, last one is type 4. So type 4 JDBC driver, other name is thin driver. Which driver? Thin driver. So which is the most important JDBC driver? Thin driver, type 4, which is also called thin driver. Is this clear? So these are the other names. Are you following? You have to remember these names. Shall we? So listen. Do you know which is the fastest JDBC driver? The fastest JDBC driver is type 4, thin driver. Sir, why? Because it is purely developed in Java. Type 4 JDBC driver is purely developed in Java. It is not developed using any native languages like C, C++. So which is the fastest JDBC driver? Type 4. Type 4 thin driver is purely developed in Java and it is the fastest JDBC driver. That's why everyone use thin driver type 4. Are you following or not? But what happened? Which helps the Java program to communicate or interact with database. Correct? We have types of JDBC driver. How many types are there? 4 types are there. Type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. Apart from this, we have other names. What are the other name for type 1 JDBC driver? JDBC-Application JDBC The other name for type 2, native API driver. The other name for type 3, native protocol driver. What the other name for type 4? So then which is the fastest JDBC driver? Thin driver. Type 4, which is also called thin driver, is fastest JDBC driver because it is purely developed in. Every driver is having some architecture. Some layers are there in every architecture. Every JDBC driver is having architecture. In that, layers are there. If you see the architecture of type 4 JDBC driver, you will see very less layers because it is purely developed in Java. That's why it is fastest JDBC driver. But if you see other types of JDBC driver, type 1, type 2, type 3, they are also having some architecture. But in their architecture, a lot of layers are, lot of conversions are required. C++ function should be converted to, native Java call should be converted to native function. Like this, a lot of conversions are required, lot of layers are there in the architecture. Are you following or not? Or let's make it simple. In type 1, type 2, type 3, JDBC drivers are very slow compared to type 4 because of their architecture, because of more layers in their architecture, because of the internal conversions from Java calls to native function calls. That's why type 1, type 2, type 3 JDBC drivers are not purely developed in Java. They are not purely developed in Java. Some part is developed in native languages and some part is developed in Java languages. Are you following? So Java call should be converted to native function calls. That's why these JDBC drivers are slow compared to type 4. So which is the fastest JDBC driver? Type 4, thin driver. And remaining JDBC drivers are slow, type 1, type 2, type 3. You can say because of their architecture and because of more layers in their architecture and because of internal conversions from native function Java to native functions, native calls, right or not? Native function call should be converted into Java calls, right or not? Because of that reason, type 1, type 2, type 3 JDBC drivers are slow. Is this clear or not? But type 1, type 4 is purely developed in Java. Is this clear, everyone? And it is the fastest JDBC driver. Okay, you tell me, JDBC API is available in Java from day one onwards. From day one onwards, JDBC API is there in Java. So JDBC is an API. It is a part of Java from day one onwards, right? From day one onwards. No. JDBC Java came in which year? 1997. JDBC API. Java came in 1995. Java came, but JDBC API came in. So JDBC is a part of Java from day one onwards. JDBC API added in Java later. After 2 years, they have added JDBC API. So what is the current version of Java? 25 available in the market. But we are using Java 8. You can shift to 9, 10 also, no problem. Are you following or not? 25, 26. Every month they are releasing new version, right? Huh? This month only. Oh, 26 also release. Say, so if you want to know up to date, you have to visit to Oracle Corporation website, oracle.com. There you will see you can find the updates. Okay. So the latest version, which is released this month, okay, only Java 26. Is this clear or not? But we are using Java 8. We can shift to 9, 10 also. But you know, mostly companies are using 8 or 9 only. Maximum 8. And some company started shifting to 9 also. Is this clear or not? Yes. And you know, when we are installing Java 8, we have to set the path or not. But if you use any latest version, we no need to set the path. Automatically path will be set while installation. We have installed Oracle database. Oracle database also uses path. But we no need to set that path. If you while installation, automatically it will set the path. In the new version, this feature is added. We no need to set the path. Just install JDK. The automatically path will be set. And use the JDK in latest versions. Are you following or not? Okay, so now listen, shall we? So tell me, what is the current version of Java? Java 26. But what the latest version of Java is 26, which is available in the market. This month only released 26. Okay, is this clear? Now, what is the latest version of JDBC API? We don't know, right or not? I will tell you. 4.3. What is the latest version of JDBC API? 4.3. Latest version of Java is 26. Latest version of JDBC API is 4.3 is the latest version. Search on Google, you will get it. Instead of Google, search on some AI tool better. Or in Google also, AI mode is there, right or not? You can search there also. Or else open WhatsApp. In WhatsApp also we have AI, Meta AI, or there also you can search. Have you used that AI? Meta AI? No. Very good. Use all the AI tools. Once you get the job as a Java developer also, you will use AI tools to generate some code. Following everyone? So what is the latest version of JDBC API? 4.3. So see this. The latest version of JDBC API is 4.3. Because are you following or not? So listen. Before JDBC 4.3, what was the version? 4.2. Before that, 4.1. Before that, 4.0. Are you following or not? So listen, from JDBC API 4.0. From JDBC API 4.0 version onwards, type 1 JDBC driver is removed completely. Which driver? Type 1 JDBC driver. Type 1 means JDBC ODBC bridge driver is removed, completely removed from JDBC. So from JDBC API 4.0, we have only 3 types of JDBC driver: type 2, type 3, type 4. Type 1 is gone. Because nobody is using it. Maybe in next version, type 2 also, maybe they will remove. Are you following or not? Everyone uses type 4 on. A lot of people told me, sir, why you're discussing type 1, type 2, type 3? Directly tell type 4 and use type 4. Why don't waste the time in this teaching type 1, type 2, type? If interviewer asks type 1, type 2, interviewer is like us only, right or not? Who's taking the interview? If that guy is like you only, means he will ask that. Then say the fastest JDBC driver, and everyone uses type 4, thin driver only. So we no need to bother about other JDBC drivers. We need to bother about type 4 only. Is this clear, everyone? So from JDBC API 4.0 onwards, type 1 JDBC driver is removed from JDBC. Now we have only Three types of JDBC driver from JDBC API 4.0 from. But before that, we have four types. Understood, everyone? Okay, till here, okay? Everyone? Now listen. We have one package called java.sql. We have or not? We have a package called java.sql. In java.sql package, we have some interfaces and classes or not? So one of the interface whose name is driver is there or not there? So what is driver? It's an interface available in java.sql package. We have an interface called driver. This is an interface. Okay, everyone. So tell me, can we create object to driver? We cannot. Why? It's an interface. We cannot create object to interface. We can create only reference variable to interface. We can create object to its subclass, implementation class. And its implementation class is called driver class. And its implementation class is called. So what is driver class? Listen, a class which provides the implementation to driver interface is called driver class. Interviewer may ask you, what is driver class? A class which provides the implementation to driver interface is called as driver class. A class which provides the implementation to driver interface is called driver class. Listen, driver class is very important. Sir, you were discussing about JDBC driver. Suddenly you shifted to driver class. What is that, sir? Wait. There is a close link between JDBC driver and driver class. What is the link? I will tell you. Listen, shall I? So a class which provides the implementation to driver interface is called driver class. Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, so now listen. Teja. Okay, listen. So a class which provides the implementation to driver interface is called driver class. Okay, now listen. Who provided implementation to driver interface? Yesterday I have told you JDBC is a API. API is partial because API contains abstract classes and interface. API become complete if someone provides implementation. Implementation means writing the code. So in JDBC API, some interfaces are there, abstract classes are there, creating subclasses to abstract classes, creating implementation classes to interfaces, overriding the abstract method, providing the body. This is called implementation. Already to JDBC API, who has provided implementation? Who has provided? Database vendor provided or not? Oracle database vendor provided, Sybase database vendor, DB2 database vendor, right or not? So driver is an interface. It is coming from JDBC API, which is a part of JDBC API. So who provided implementation to driver interface? All the database vendor. Means who has developed driver class? Database vendor. All the database vendors have provided implementation class to driver interface. All the database vendors have provided implementation to driver interface. Implementation to driver interface. Are you following? And that class is called as driver class. That class is called as which class? So who has developed driver class? So database vendors have developed driver classes. Why I'm saying driver classes? Why not driver class? All the database vendors, Oracle database, MySQL, all the database vendors provided implementation class. All the database vendors have provided implementation to driver interface. And that class is called as that implementation class, or that class is called as driver class. Implementation means what? Developing a class which implements interface. Are you following or not? So who has developed driver classes? Or a database vendor. Are you following? Oracle database vendors provided implementation to driver interface. That class is called Oracle driver class. MySQL database vendor has provided implementation to driver interface, which is called MySQL driver class. Sybase database vendor has provided implementation to driver interface, which is called Sybase driver class. In the same way, DB2 driver class. Are you following or not? And listen, in driver classes, database vendors have written the code or logic to convert Java calls into database native function calls. In driver classes, database vendors have written the code or logic to convert Java calls into database native function calls. So driver class is in driver class, database vendors have written the code or logic to convert Java calls into database native function calls. Okay, so driver class is JDBC driver. This is the link. Now you understood. Driver class is JDBC driver. JDBC driver is driver class. And this driver class, which is also called JDBC driver, is an implementation class of driver interface, which is developed by database vendor. All the database vendors provided implementation to driver interface. That class is called driver class. Oracle provided Oracle driver class. MySQL provided MySQL driver class. Sybase database vendor provided Sybase driver class. And while developing driver class, Oracle database vendors, they have written the code or logic in driver class, Oracle driver class, to convert Java calls into Oracle database native function calls. Are you following or not? In MySQL driver class, MySQL database vendors have written the code or logic to convert Java calls into MySQL database native function calls. Following or not following? So driver class is JDBC driver. JDBC driver is driver class, and driver class is an implementation class of driver interface, which is developed by database vendors. Are you following or not? Yes, in driver, I told now, close link is there between driver class and JDBC driver. This is both are same only. Are you following or not? In driver class, database vendors have written the code or logic to convert Java calls into database native function calls. So driver class is nothing but JDBC driver. So JDBC driver is driver class, or driver class is anything is fine. Are you following or not? In Java, everything is what represented as class and object. So JDBC driver is driver class. Which class? Driver class, which is an implementation class of driver interface, which are developed by database vendor. So we have one driver class. We have Oracle driver class, MySQL driver class, Sybase driver class, DB2 driver class. Let's see what is the name of the driver classes. Oracle driver class name, let me tell you. MySQL driver class name, let me tell you. Oracle driver classes, Oracle JDBC driver. MySQL driver classes, MySQL JDBC driver. Are you following or not? First, we need to know driver, not JDBC driver. Then we can register. Without knowing JDBC driver, we can register, na? Are you following what I'm saying now? So JDBC driver is driver class, which is developed by database vendor, and driver class is an implementation class of driver interface. Okay, clarity is there or not? Now I will show you Oracle driver class, MySQL driver class. Are you following or not? And then I will introduce driver manager class. Then how to register the JDBC driver. With that, we will complete first step. Then we will move on to second, third, fourth, fifth steps. So in the next class, I'm going to complete first JDBC example. Tomorrow we will see that. A lot of steps are there. I need more than 1 hour to complete remaining steps. Okay. First program takes time. Next program will not. Directly we will write without explanation. Because in first program, I'm spending time to explain each and every line with a diagram. Okay? Clear? Okay? Don't worry, I will do quick revision. Then I will continue from here. So time is over. Let's stop it. You can leave. We'll continue next class.